in a week, I will have my hands on the new Windy City book. I'm so in love with this man. Protagonist, number one suspect. I'm unwell. I am not. I'm not okay. I don't care. I hate all of them equally. Hello, book besties. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Delaney. If you are new here, we are starting a new reading vlog, reading brand new releases that are coming out. And this is episode 2. I did a previous vlog and I was really excited to film this book in particular that we're going to be starting with, but I ended up reading 3 other ones instead. So I read Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, Fearless by Lauren Roberts, and The Love Haters by Catherine Center. So I will definitely link that down below or here on the screen somewhere if you want to check out episode 1 of reading new releases. And today we are jumping into the first new release. It just got here today. That is One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. And I'm very intrigued by this book. I've been really excited for this because Carly Fortune has been super hit or miss for me. She tends to put tropes in her books. The first 2 in particular, Every Summer After and This Summer Will Be Different. No. Where are her books? Every Summer After and Meet Me at the Lake. They had tropes in them that I absolutely despise, and it makes me not want to root for the main characters. This Summer Will Be Different. Sorry, all her titles like feel the same. This Summer Will Be Different was really cute. It was just kind of like a fun summery romance. So nothing earth-shattering or life-changing, but it was on Prince Edward Island, I believe, and it was just a lot of fun to read. The setting was great. Her books are just perfect for like sunshine reading. They just have that vibe. But this one in particular, I'm very excited about because this is Charlie's perspective, who is one of the brothers. If you've read Every Summer After, you know the whole brother dynamic. So it's Sam and Percy in Every Summer After, and Charlie's Sam's brother. This is Charlie's book. So very excited because Every Summer After is my favorite book I've read by her. I think I already said that to you. And I gave it 5 stars when I first read it, and then I bumped it down because I just hated the ending and I hated the conflict. So I'm intrigued to see what we do with this. Charlie was a big part of the conflict, so we'll see if I like him as a character. I honestly don't know. Delilah's just gonna lay behind us and chill because she wants in on the fun. I started this today. I'm not very far in. I'm only like 50-ish pages in, and so far my only thought, if you watch episode 1 of this series of reading new releases, Emily Henry's book said the word, I have to say it, I hate saying it, said the word chortle an excessive and appalling amount of times, and like I could not get away from that word, chortle. Everywhere I looked, our main character was chortling, and this book has already said that word, and now I'm like, I have a heightened awareness to it, and it came up in this book and I was like, oh, here we go again. So that's really my only thought so far. I'm not writing this book off, obviously, because it used one word. It's not even this book's fault that I hate that word. It's just the excessive use of it in Great Big Beautiful Life. And Funny Story, I heard she did it in Funny Story too, has made me despise that word, but I'm trying to remain optimistic and open-minded that we won't abuse the word in this book as well. So that's the only update as of now. I have a relatively chill work day until later tonight. I'm doing some things later tonight, but I should be able to listen and or read some of this during the day today. And that's exciting for me. So I'm going to start reading some more of this as we close off here, and I'm going to go find a cozy spot, maybe sit outside. It looks like the sun's trying to come out. So maybe go sit outside and read for a little bit, and I will definitely keep you posted with my thoughts as I continue reading. But as of now, we're just kind of like laying the foundation. I have no thoughts or opinions so far, but I'm sure they will progress as I read more. Okay, I have made such great progress on this book today. I'm already like 50% of the way through, and it is such an easy read, and I'm falling in love with Charlie even more. I loved him in the first book, Every Summer After, and this like isn't necessarily a series, but it's definitely like interconnected, and oh my gosh, he's just so sweet. So the premise of this book is we have Alice, who visited the lake one time. I think she was 17, and her grandma takes a fall and they decide to go back to the lake years and years and years later. So she's only been there the one time when she was 17 years old, and now she is back to stay in a cottage while her grandma heals from her injury. And while she was at the lake when she was 17, she's a photographer, and she took a photo of Charlie, Percy, and Sam, and it just like stuck with her. Like this photo was really popular, like a really beautiful photo, and their interactions just stuck with her. She like so badly wanted to be a part of their group, and it's so sweet to see Charlie, like the full circle moment of like her 17-year-old self idolize these people, and now like she's kind of meeting them, and like really that dream life is kind of becoming her reality as she meets them. So sweet. And I think my favorite part of the book so far is Charlie and his interactions with the grandma. He is the sweetest, like the sweetest. And I'm just obsessed with the way that he talks to the grandma, cares for the grandma. There's a scene with edibles and it is so freaking funny. I love him. He's just like golden retriever sweetheart, but also not golden retriever to the point that like sometimes too golden retriever-y I just don't like, but he's also flawed, and like he's known as the town as like being the dream boy, and like he's slept with a lot of the ladies in the town, and he's kind of just known as being like that player. But as we get to know him more, like he's just such a sweetheart, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying this book. I was nervous. I was a little hesitant just because I don't know totally how I feel about Carly Fortune books. They've been super hit or miss. This is just so easy. It's so easy to read, and they're so easy to fall in love with. And he's just such a sweetheart, such a freaking sweetheart. So I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I'm having a really great time reading it. I did want to update you. I have to run pretty soon to my job thing I have going on tonight, but I wanted to update you that I've been flying through it today, and I feel like this could be like a 2-day read. Like I really think I could finish this tomorrow if I just committed time to it. Like I want to pick it up. I want to read it. It's fun. It's just a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm having a great time. So that is fabulous news, because I was hesitant. I was nervous, especially coming off of the last video I did of new releases. That was not ideal. So fingers crossed we're back in motion on the up and up. But yeah, I wanted to fill you in before I got too far ahead of myself and didn't talk to you guys at all. But Charlie's just so sweet. I love him. Hello, we are back with another One Golden Summer update. And you guys, I'm still having a great time. I really am. This is like up there with Every Summer After. I feel like Carly Fortune kind of got her groove back. I really just didn't like Meet Me at the Lake. That one was just like not it for me. This is so cute, and the conflict in Every Summer After, it felt kind of like the elephant in the room, because like if you've read that book, you know the severity of that conflict, and the conflict is actually what turned me off of that book. It's like the only reason I didn't give that book a 5-star when I read it. Like I really hated that the conflict was what it was. So going into this, having Charlie be the main character and have him be so obviously involved in the conflict in Every Summer After, it felt kind of like, okay, who's gonna say it? Like who's gonna address it? And we did. We finally did. I just read that part and I'm like, okay, I'm glad we talked about that. Like, I'm glad we acknowledged that we're all on the same page, that like that happened. Like, how are we just going to avoid that? And especially with Sam and Percy in the picture, like it needed to be addressed. So we covered it. I feel like it was covered in a good way. It didn't really paint him in a bad light. I feel like I understand him even more. And I actually have a lot of empathy for him. I'm not going to say too much, because if you haven't read Every Summer After, I don't want to spoil that. But yeah, I'm glad that that was acknowledged. I'm at a part in the book and I'm like hesitant to talk about this. I don't want to spoil any cute moments. It's not a spoiler at all to the story, but Charlie is with Alice's niece, Bennett, I think her name is, and the t-shirt in the water. The t-shirt in the water. I'm just gonna say that. If you've read this book, you know. But like, he's just thoughtful in a way that's not so overtly thoughtful that like you feel like he's doing it for kudos or like doing it for perks, doing it to be the good guy. He's just a good guy, you know? And it's so sweet. It's so sweet. I am still really having a great time. I wanted to update you because I feel like I will be finishing this today or tomorrow, and I definitely want to fill you in as I'm reading and not just at the end. So I'm having a really good time. I feel like it's just a perfect summer read. It's a perfect summer read, and I loved Charlie in Every Summer After. He was kind of like low-key my favorite brother the entire time, and I love him even more. So I'm so glad he finally got his own story and hopefully his own happy ending. I know it's going to be, because what do you expect when you read a romance? But I'm excited to see where the book goes from here on. And yeah, I feel like everything's been somewhat smooth sailing. So I feel like conflict is about to come. I don't know. I just feel like it's been too easygoing for this couple. Like something's gonna have to rock their world. So we will see, and I will update you probably when I finish. At this point, I don't have much left. So probably when I'm done, I will update you with my final thoughts and rating and all that fun stuff. Hello. Okay, update. I finished One Golden Summer, and I think I'm gonna give it a 4-star. It was really, really cute, you guys. It was everything I wanted for Charlie's story. I don't remember a ton about him, but like the pieces that I do remember from Every Summer After, I feel like I keep referencing that book, but that's only because that's where I met Charlie and first loved him. But I remember really loving him, and this was just like everything I could have hoped for him. The ending was super sweet. I will say the ending felt a little, I have something in my throat. Ending felt a little whiplashy. I feel like it was like smooth sailing, and then it was like conflict, issue, problem, oh my gosh, emotion, devastation, and then like a quick resolution. So I feel like pacing could have been just a smidge better, but the story itself was really good. It just kind of felt like it came out of left field, and there was like suddenly this blow up of the conflict in the story. But that's just me being nitpicky, honestly. It was fun to read. It was really enjoyable. I would highly recommend picking this up for like a spring and summer read. I don't think it's a book that's going to be like a life changer. I probably will forget the storyline within a couple of months, honestly. It's just not a book that I feel like is super memorable, like super long lasting, you know what I mean? But while I was reading it, I had a really fun time. I enjoyed it, and I would recommend picking it up. So this video is already off to a better start than episode 1, where I read the last set of new releases. So I'm glad that I read this. I'm very hopeful to continue reading new releases, and the next one is probably, it's a week out from now. It is the 13th right now, and in a week, I will have my hands on the new Windy City book. I'm like so excited. Rewind It Back comes out on the 20th, 1 week from today, and that will most likely be the next read. I did pick up the Winners, no, My Friends, sorry, I have the Winners over here, and I think I just saw it and like subconsciously thought that's what I was talking about. I picked up My Friends, the new Frederick Bachman book. I haven't committed to reading that yet because I still have so many books on my monthly TBR. I have 2 book club books that I need to read like ASAP, so I need to really prioritize those. I just don't think I'll be getting to My Friends, maybe after the new Windy City, but as of now, probably not going to be the next read. I think the next new release that I pick up will be the next Windy City book. I am like so excited. But I had to come on and close off One Golden Summer. Super cute. I would recommend reading it. A lot of fun. Just great vibes. Great vibes. So that was a great start, and I feel, fingers crossed, as long as Liz Tomford doesn't like throw some wonky curveball at us, I feel very confident about this next read. I'm just obsessed with the Windy City series. It has been across the board 5 stars. The only one I didn't give 5 stars was Caught Up, and that was, I think, timing and me being super nitpicky and grumpy, and I just read that at a very low point in my life, so I feel like if I were to reread it, would be another 5-star, but every book in that series, 5 stars, and I am so excited to hear Rio's story and to dive into that one. So that is probably when I will see you next, in about a week from now, but I'm gonna close that out for now. Finished our first book, and I will talk to you when I have an update and likely have Windy City in my hands, which is, I've been waiting so long. That is probably my #1 most anticipated book of the year, and I'm so excited. Okay, I'll talk to you then. Guess what freaking day it is, book besties? Moment of silence. I'm so freaking happy and also devastated because I read the dedication. And I'm unwell. I am like not okay. First of all, there's a playlist in the front, so you already know. The dedication. Here's to the 10 characters, 5 couples, 3 teams, 2 sets of siblings, and 1 amazing friend group that changed my life. This one is dedicated to you, the readers. Thank you for hanging out in Chicago with me. I'm so not ready to say goodbye to the Windy City series. I'm going to need to do an instant reread. Like, I think I'm going to have to reread the series. I'm going to miss them way too much. I will say, in past books, Rio hasn't been my favorite. I'm so sorry. I know everyone was really excited for his book, and I was too, obviously, don't get me wrong. But he's almost had like self-deprecation, almost like class clown, like team clown energy. And I never really like took him super seriously, but I feel like that's going to change. I feel like I'm about to learn about him and just fall head over heels in love with him. I'm going to be eating my words. Pretty confident on that one. But I will say I'm very curious to see Rio's character develop, because I feel like we saw so much like surface level, like self-deprecating humor, just like truly just like a clown. Like he's just the funny one in the friend group, the one that's just chronically single, no one takes seriously, that type of thing. So I'm curious to see him. Can you see Delilah? She's like throwing the toy for herself. I'm curious to see him take on a romantic relationship and how he's going to be in a romantic relationship. So that is very exciting. I cannot wait. And I'm going into this one the most blind I think I've ever been. I know nothing. Okay, this is Second Chance Romance. I'm reading the blurb for the first time right now. When I was 11, my family moved next door to his. When I was 13, he was my first crush. When I was 16, we fell for each other. When I was 19, we broke each other's hearts. So now they're back. I may have loved Rio DeLuca once, but I am not that same girl anymore. Okay, we're back. We are so back. I love Second Chance Romance. One thing about me, I will eat up a Second Chance Romance every single time. So I'm very, very, very excited. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing it's dual timeline. Dual POV, dual timeline, Second Chance Romance. That is like the recipe for a top tier romance book for me, just across the board. Plus it being written by Liz Tomford and in the Windy City series. This is going to be amazing. I feel like I could binge this entire book today. I intentionally scheduled very light work meetings today and tomorrow because I was like, Windy City comes out, it's basically a holiday. So I will be reading a lot of this. Hopefully today, maybe finishing today or tomorrow is the goal. I feel like part of me wants to savor it. Part of me wants to just read it because I've been waiting so long and I'm so excited. So we're going to see. And yeah, I'm very lazy today. I haven't really put myself together and it's just gonna stay that way because I just want to read this book all day long. So that is the update. I'm so excited to dive into this. I will update you throughout the process and fingers crossed I'm not like overhyping this in my brain, but oh, the last book in this series, it's so bittersweet. It's so bittersweet. I'm a little nervous because the Chestnut Springs series, the last book was my least favorite book, like by far. It kind of let me down. And I'm praying that that is not the case here. So we're going to see. I'm trying to keep my expectations in check, but my excitement is like through the roof. I cannot wait to dive in. Okay, I have so many things to say already reading Rewind It Back. You guys, Liz Tomford, what in the world? How does she do it? How does she do it every single time without fail? Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm just obsessed with the entire premise of this book, that they were next door neighbors growing up when they were 11 and 12, I think is when it first started. And then they're like unknowingly next door neighbors again in their adult lives. And he is like an NHL player and she's like living her life. And the way that they're just brought back together, I'm eating this up. I am flying through this. I haven't been able to put it down. I paused for one work meeting and then I put on comfy clothes, sat outside, I was reading. Like it's so good. It's so good. I also feel like, so Hallie is the next door neighbor to Rio living with Ren. It's Ren's house. I feel like Liz Tomford is almost setting us up for another interconnected series. I feel like Ren is having like a brother's best friend moment set up. Like there was a little tidbit dropped about Ren with her brother's best friend and I was like, interesting that is feeling very tropish and we're like getting little tidbits of Ren. I feel like Ren was too big of a side character to not be revisited. I don't know, my spidey senses were tingling. I'm just gonna throw it out there in case I am right. Delilah's just like, what the heck, who are you talking to? Also, can I say something? This is so weird. I'm just gonna say my internal thoughts and you guys hopefully can pick it up. You know when Disney Channel would do like crossovers and it was like That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana and like cross over all the shows and it was so weird that they all existed in the same world? I wish books would do that. That's all I can think as I'm reading this and I'm seeing like the other 4 couples in this series like pop in and out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love to see them. How cool would it be if we had like the Chestnut Springs fam coming in here? We have like Willa and Cade and Winter and Theo popping in. The Windy City series, we could have like the Windy Chestnut City or something. No, I don't like that name. But like That was so bad. But something like that. Don't you guys feel like you would go crazy if you could see crossovers, like little cameos of books and other series? Like if authors were besties and they could like do their crossovers, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't work, but in my brain it sounds great. I'm just gonna read you some of my annotations. I don't want to read you all of them because I don't want to spoil anything, but this is from his point of view. She's so goddamn beautiful, so hard-headed still. For a moment, I let myself remember how overwhelming it felt to be near her. She used to steal all my thoughts. She used to occupy my entire existence. I almost forgot what it felt like. I've spent 6 years subconsciously comparing every day to her, comparing their laugh to hers, their kindness to hers, their confidence to hers, their taste in music to hers. I haven't spoken Hallie's name in 6 years, but she still has been living rent-free in my mind while I try to replicate what we had before everything went to shit. I have no words. I have no words. None. Okay, and this is from Hallie's point of view. Dark hair, olive undertone to his skin, height that was genetically gifted, and ridges of muscles that were hard-earned. I've always been attracted to Rio DeLuca, and it pisses me off that nothing has changed. Even during those awkward early years when everyone else saw him as a friend, I always saw him as more. So cute. They're so freaking cute. This is so cute. So there's a moment where she walks into his house and she can just tell that he prioritizes caring for the people that he loves, like the other 8 characters that we know from this series. And she says, Rio has always been good to his friends, has always had this innate way of loving and taking care of those important to him. One of his best characteristics is making those around him comfortable and welcomed. So a fully stocked coffee station for friends who are visiting makes perfect sense to me. He's such a sweetheart, you guys. I regret ever saying I didn't like him. That was only like a couple hours ago that I said that, and I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. He is such a sweetheart. I am loving getting to know him on a deeper, more personal level. And the way he talks about her, he obviously thinks she's stunning, but he's like, she's determined, she's confident, she's beautiful, she's kind, like hardworking. Oh my God. You guys, if a man talked to me like that when I wasn't around, like if he just felt that way, oh my gosh, my heart. I'm in love. This is like, I'm like 25% of the way in. I'm getting 5-star tingly spidey senses. It's absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I have to go keep reading. I will talk to you soon. Okay, so I've read so much of Rewind It Back, and I'm like actually not okay. Oh my God. I'm so in love with this man, with this woman, with this series, with these characters, with this friend group. I can't. How do I say goodbye? I can't say goodbye to them. Oh, let me just read this. Can I read you some quotes? Please, can I read you some quotes? Because, oh my gosh. This was his protectiveness came out. Someone she works with called her Hal, like her nickname that he calls her. And he takes her outside and he goes, don't let him call you that. He doesn't effing know you. She lifts a brow. And you think you still do? Yeah, Hal, I still know you, and you still know me better than anyone. I watch her throat move through a swallow. He's never called me that before. I think he thought you were some random guy, so he was pretending to mark his territory. Yeah, well, you're not his, so tell him to keep his hands to himself, too. Her eyes dropped to my mouth. I'm not yours either. We'll see. Ugh! Wait, there was a moment. This is one of my favorite things. There is a moment where she meets the girls in the group and Rio goes, oh, it's the whole crew, yada yada. Hallie, this is Stevie, Indy, Miller, and Kennedy. Everyone, this is Hallie, but I have a feeling you all already know that, and she's exactly why you're here. Blah, blah, blah. And Hallie goes, I attempt to commit their names to memory. Stevie with the curly hair and worn-in Nikes on her feet. Indy with her blonde braid and Converse. Miller with her tattoos and overalls. Kennedy with the Vans and the striking red hair. I love these women. I love these women. This is so good. This is so good. Exhaling, she giggles at sound that fills every empty crevice it can find. It burrows in my chest, making a home where she's always been. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. I'm like so unwell. It's not even funny. I'm obsessed with this book. I'm obsessed with these characters. I love Rio. I am so sorry that I ever doubted him. He is so misunderstood as being like the clown and like someone that doesn't take love seriously or like want a relationship. Like he just seemed like the flirt and like kind of like the frat boy of the group. It all makes sense now. He just wanted Hallie. He just wanted her, and I could cry thinking about that. Okay, I don't want to read you too many quotes, but like I've annotated the heck out of this book. I only have like 100 pages left. I need to go read because I need to finish this book. I will probably finish this in under 24 hours. It is the next day, but still under like the 24-hour mark, and I will probably be finishing it. So that's where we're at. I'm very excited to hear more about like the family drama and the falling out. It feels like there's still just kind of like this mystery element with Hallie's brother Luke, the parents. There's like Rio's mom hates Hallie for some reason. Something happened, and I'm excited to kind of figure all of that out and see what's going to come of it. I feel like there's going to be a big conflict that comes because everything's been somewhat smooth sailing, like aside from the fact that they're like have this tension of like, do we, don't we, that type of thing. But I feel like there's going to be something that comes. So we're going to see. And Rio's a king, so I know they're going to work through it. And I'm in love. I'm so in love. Okay, I will update you when I finish this book, and am probably even more giddy than I am right now, if that's possible. But this, in no world is this not going to be a 5-star. I just can't see a world where this isn't a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-star read from me. Take a breath. It's so good. It's so good. I'm unwell. I am not. I'm not okay. The last page, the entire last page, the whole section, I just wrote yes. I love these characters so much. I will say we're getting a Monty book, and I feel like I knew that already from social media, but thank God we're not fully done. Like, thank God we're not fully done with this series. Oh my gosh, you guys. Do you see these tabs? I think I loved it. I think I loved it. I don't even need to tell you. A million stars. A million stars. Maybe the easiest 5-star I've given all year. The only thing that might rival it is Conditions of Will, but I don't think so. The way that I feel like these characters are my family. The last moment on the roof. In the chapter with Hallie and his mom. I'm not going to say any more, but like, my heart. I wish I could read you guys all my tabs, but I don't want to like overdo it, you know? Oh my gosh, and his jersey number. His jersey number. Also, one of my Goodreads updates, the micro trope in chapter 32. If you know, you know. I heart it. I love it so much. It's a micro trope that I normally don't go crazy for, but it popped up in this book and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like giddy, giggling, absolutely obsessed. The way that this man loved her for what, 17 years, 15 years? No, more than that. I don't remember how many years. So many years, and just like she had his heart the whole time. I love a second chance romance like that where it's like they never moved on, you know, like they never let each other go. They always knew like their heart belonged to each other. They are like definition of soulmates. Like they are together forever. They are endgame. Every couple in this series is endgame. Like none of them can ever break up. You know how you like envision couples in their life after the book ends? Maybe I'm the only one that does that. They are truly together forever, like living their best life. Oh my gosh, I hope we see so much more of them in Monty's book, because I feel like I'm not done with them, because the other characters, we got their books, we got their epilogue, and then we still get to see them, you know, like especially Stevie and Xander's and Indy and Ryan. Like I feel like we get so much of them because they were the first 2 books, and so in every book after, we get to see their story progress. Where like their story just ended. I need more. I need years in the future. I'm really hopeful Monty's book will have like so many cameos of the 10 main characters. You guys, this was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I love it. I love it. Where do we even go from here? I think I might just need a full genre switch up. I don't even know what the next new release is. What's the date? 21st? Probably not until, is it Ashley Poston or Annabelle Monaghan? I think it's Annabelle Monaghan that comes out. I don't know. Maybe, you know what maybe I'll do is I think I'll go back to The Tenant by Frida McFadden. I started it and I got a couple chapters in like maybe a week ago, 5 days ago, and I stopped because I was reading other things. I read 19 Minutes for my Patreon book club and then reading this, and maybe I'll pick that one up and restart it because I really wasn't like into it. I really didn't have, like I didn't get far enough into it to be connected to it. And as I was reading it, I was like, Delaney, this is a new release. Like, why aren't you vlogging this with the besties? So maybe I'll do that. I can't even make decisions right now because I'm so caught, not to make a pun, but caught up, the other book in the series. I'm so caught up on this book. Like, oh, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I also really like the name Hallie. I think that's a cute name. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go down the Pinterest rabbit hole and the TikTok edit rabbit hole and just like soak this up a little bit longer because I'm not ready for it to be done. I'll probably go back through and like reread my tabs. Like, I'm grieving this series. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But that's where we're at. The bummer is I really feel like reading. I feel like continuing to read. Maybe I'll read We Can Do Hard Things by Glennon Doyle. I've been reading like nonfiction. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'm so sad it's over. You have to read it. If you haven't read the Windy City series yet, you have to read it. 1,000,000 stars. Yes. All right, you guys, I'm fresh out of the shower, so ignore the appearance, but I've officially decided that The Tenant will be the third and probably final book in this vlog. I think I'm going to start another, what would it be, episode 3 at this point? I think I'm going to start another vlog with the new Ashley Poston, the new Annabelle Monaghan, maybe the new Taylor Jenkins Reid. Like, we have some really exciting books coming out at the end of this month and into the next month. So I think I'm going to do The Tenant for now in this video on my Kindle, and then the new releases that'll be being delivered to me throughout the next like 2, 3, 4 weeks or so. All that to say, I am starting The Tenant again. I am just past where I was when I first stopped. Like, when I first started reading it, I read like I think 5 chapters, and now I'm back and I think I'm on chapter 7. Things are so weird. Things are so weird. First of all, I laughed out loud at Quill Elizabeth. That's one of the people that comes to tour their house, and not Elizabeth, Quill Elizabeth. Frida is just bizarre. Like, it's almost like satirical sometimes reading her books. I'm like, you have to be joking. Like, you know, she's typing this and being like, this is so outrageous, but everyone's gonna read it anyways because I'm Frida McFadden and I can say whatever I want in my books and I can be as outlandish as I want to be. That's how it feels reading her books. It's like that. It's so bizarre. I don't know. But honestly, my least favorite character in this book is our main character, the man. Oh, I'm opening my book and Rewind It Back is still pulled up. I lied to you. I'm on chapter 11, not 7. I don't remember what I said. But yeah, my least favorite character, the one I trust the least, the one that I really am just not rooting for, is our main character. Is his name Blake? I think his name's Blake. Frida books, I just like, my mind is shut off. I feel like I understand when I'm reading, but like what I'm actually retaining, like non-existent. But I know that Blake is, I'm pretty sure his name's Blake. He's my least favorite character, regardless. Krista is his wife, right? Girlfriend. I don't know how I feel about her yet. Whitney, the new girl moving in, I also don't know how I feel about her. But I will say, like, maybe it's just because he's a man, but like, not the vibe. I just don't trust him. So that's really all I have to say so far. It's reading really, really quick. It's a Frida McFadden. It's just like mindless, easy, bingeable reading. So that's what I am going to go continue reading right now. I'm going to go sit outside on my deck and read a little bit more of The Tenant, and I'll update you if I have thoughts. I feel like thrillers are so hard to vlog sometimes because they're so twisty and turny that I don't want to talk about the plot or like give too much away. And like same thing for romance books, but with romance I feel like I am emotionally invested enough that I can talk about like my emotions reading the book. Thrillers are just never that deep, you know, like I never really have like deep, meaningful thoughts or conversations to be had about a thriller. But whatever, it is what it is. So we're gonna do our best to vlog this, but I apologize if my insights are lacking a little bit, but I will try my hardest. And yeah, I'm gonna go read a little bit and I will talk to you at some point today, tomorrow, the next day, whenever I have anything to say about The Tenant. I just finished part 1 of the Tenant. It took me long enough, but I finally got there. I've been in the process of reading this book for probably 2 weeks. But once I sat down and started, like, it flew by. Frida McFadden writes at like a 3rd grade reading level, so I can read her book so quickly, but I don't know what it was about this one. It's just, I never wanted to sit down and read it, but I did today. And I feel like I owe Blake an apology, but also, like, I don't want to apologize. I don't like him. I really just don't like him. I don't like anybody in this book. I feel like we just revealed the villain, and I don't care. I hate all of them equally. This is also just feeling the plot twist is so Frida. All of her books are starting to feel copy-paste. I feel like you could give me one random chapter out of her book, no context, don't tell me what book it is, don't tell me who wrote it, give me a little snippet, and I'd be able to pinpoint that it's Frida McFadden writing, like, within minutes. I just feel like she has a definite style, and it's starting to feel very repetitive. As someone who's, like, read so many of her books, it's just like, oh yeah, that's Frida. Like, same plot, different characters, slightly different twist, but like pretty much the same. It feels kind of copy paste. Now that I said that, watch part 2 and 3, just blow me away. But I don't know, I feel like the main plot twist just got revealed. Maybe I'm crazy. We still have a decent amount of book left. Let me look how many pages I have left actually. So part 2, I'm on page 240. And it ends at 345. So I have just over 100 pages left. So we could have, she still has time. She still has time. Can I just say how grateful I am that tuna is not being written on every page in this book? The Crash, the last book I read by Frida, just about did me in. I almost didn't read this book because of how bad The Crash was. So I was brave to give her another chance, so hopefully she doesn't disappoint. But I wanted to update that I finished part 1. I have a little bit of time before I jump into book club. I have my live meeting for my Patreon tonight, so I might try to finish this before then. If not, if I don't have enough time, I'll finish it after our meeting tonight and check in with you. But that is the update as of now. The plot twist, a big plot twist, I don't know if it's the main plot twist, but a big plot twist was just revealed, and I am not shocked. Not shocked at all. All right, y'all, it's just about an hour later and I finished The Tenant. Round of applause for me. The last part of that book went so fast. Like, it flew by. I like sat down to read and it was like one sitting and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm on the last page. That was a good read. It was enjoyable. Like, once I was into it, I didn't want to put it down. Once I like hit close to the end of part 1, things really picked up and I was like, okay, now we're moving and grooving. I feel like the beginning was really just like setting the stage and kind of making you think certain things and form certain theories, which I never trust in a Frida McFadden book. I have learned to always suspect the most innocent looking person. So that's why I distrusted Blake. So out of the get-go, I was like, protagonist, #1 suspect. And that's how I read every thriller, honestly. Sometimes I read like general fiction books and it's just like a standard plot and I'm like, I don't trust the protagonist because everyone's a suspect. I'm like, chill babe, you're not reading a thriller. You've got to let it go. That's when I know I need to lay off the thrillers. But I think I'm gonna give The Tenant 3 stars. It felt very average to me. Like, quick, if anyone's in a slump, like, great book to pull you out of a slump. That's typically when I recommend Frida the most. Her writing is nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing earth-shattering. It's not poetic. It's not this literary masterpiece, but they're fast and they're so easy to binge and they're so easy to follow and understand and they keep you engaged. Like, they're exciting. They're thrilling, if you will. So I am glad I read it. I am glad I gave her another shot. I will probably continue to remain open-minded with Frida thrillers, just going in knowing that they kind of feel copy-paste. There's been a few standouts for me that I really enjoyed, but overall it kind of just feels like the same plot is being repeated with like slight twists here and there. But it's fine. It's fine. Sometimes you just need like a brain off, like zero brain power book, and that's what this was for me. So it was fine. I'm glad I read it. But the newest release, Annabelle Monaghan's new release, just got here today, but I'm going to separate this into another video. I'm trying to do in 3, like little clumps of 3. So episode 1 of this was 3 books. This is 3 books. We're gonna do another one with 3 new releases. So I'm gonna end this vlog here, but make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the future vlogs of reading more new releases. I know the next 3 and I'm so excited for them. Oh shoot. There's 4 on my radar. I forgot Releasing 10 is coming out, but that one's hard to vlog because it's so late in a series, you know? Maybe I won't vlog that one. I don't know. It's really hard to talk about books that are like later in series because you can't say anything about literally anything. Like a dog hair stuck to the tip of my nose. I feel it. Okay, besties, but that is all as of now. I'm going to wrap up the video here. Make sure you're following me on all the things. I'm super active on Instagram and TikTok, and also in my Patreon book club. You can join for just $1 and read with me. We are reading a thriller for the month of June, so if you're watching this soon when it comes out, we are reading a thriller, and it's never too late to join us, so that is linked down below as well. And like I said, make sure you're subscribed here so you don't miss any future videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, book besties.